Hi guys, karibu kwa channel. Tuko Ghana, Accra. So welcome. Very soon tutaanza kuambia what we are doing here. So continue joining. Patrick Joroge, Hans Investment. I'm doing very well.
How to memorize an entire presentation.
Time hapa ni sisi kama mnaweza ona. Time hapa ni 5:45. Hiyo ndio time yetu hapa. Yeah, I'm okay. You can bring the POS. Thank you. Sorry. Acha nilipe bill. Nimekula fufu. Was it jollof or fufu? It was jollof. So nimekula jollof rice. You can see the menu here is not that expensive, by the way. It was 100 cedi. So this is like 1,000 bob in Kenya shillings. So that's what I have just had. So I'm trying to pay with my card. So guys, niko hapa kuambia a few things about Ghana. Unajua tunaongeaga vitu mingi about Kenya. Yeah, thank you. Tunaongeaga vitu mingi about Kenya, but let me tell you guys why I'm doing this live ni kuambia kama mnafikiria kuna better place than Kenya, you are lying to yourself. Unaona vile wa Kenya mnasema ati unangojea chance utoke. Let me tell you, I have been to so many countries na hakuna country inalinganishwa na Kenya. For example, huku kwenye niko Accra, hii ni kama coastal town. You know, Accra ni kama Mombasa. Imagine their capital city is a coastal town. So temperatures hapa ziko juu. Mchana temperatures ziko huko 30 degrees. Ni kama kukua Mombasa. And then your capital city ikiwa Mombasa, imagine what can happen. How hot can it get? So utakuwa hapo una nini? Uko Nairobi, but temperatures are extremely hot. What work can you do? Unaona, so that has been a very big challenge for me because you are getting into boardrooms, unaingia kwa gari, mchana ni kushinda tu hapo umesweat. Mimi hiyo temperature naizoea Mombasa. The other thing about Accra that is very different to Nairobi, the cost of business. Because nimewaambia, because the temperatures are very high, kila business na kila nyumba iko na AC, yani iko na hizo mafans. Hakuna nyumba hata moja haina AC. you have to control the temperatures of your house. So bill za stima huku ziko sijui, it is 10 times. Imagine kama nyumba yako utumie heater throughout. Okay, how much will it cost you in additional cost ya stima? That will be a lot of money. So me, I just wanted to tell you guys that Nairobi is the best city to work from in Africa. If you don't know, ask me, ask anyone who has ever stepped out of Kenya. I can't wait kurudi Nairobi nitafutie pesa huko, because the rest of the world, I think watu wenye hawajatoka Kenya sana ndio wanajida kusema nikitoka Kenya nitaenda kuomoka. Utaenda country uende huko Middle East, watu wanashinda huko wakisweat the whole day, juu temperatures ziko 35 degrees, na Nairobi mumezoea room temperature, yani temperature ziko comfortable, hauhitaji AC. Mchana kuna kajoto kanatosha, usiku kuna kabaridi kimpango, ukitumia tu blanketi unamaliza hiyo baridi. But these other countries like where I am, even at night AC bado ina run. Kama uko na shida na mahoma, sijui asthma, utakuwa na so many issues, utatafuta your country. So moja, guys, tafutieni pesa Kenya, na hakuna mahali utaona hata wao watu wanaendanga US. Just interact with them very well, they will tell you their goal is isipokuwa tu vile maybe they are making slightly more money than a regular job in Kenya, but a lot of them would dream that one day watarudi wafanyie kazi Kenya. So mambo si mengi leo, ilikuwa tu kuambia Kenya ni nyumbani, Kenya ni country mzuri, unless uko na personal problems usiwahi fikiria a single day that kutoka Kenya itakusaidia. Sawa. So nitarudi by next week, nitakuja tuendelee stories zetu za importation na mambo za taxi. Nimemeet watu wengi sana huku Ghana, benchmark how they are doing their taxi business, mambo za electric cars, because Ghana wako mbele sana na electric vehicles. So those are some of the things I'll be sharing. Nishaona how their systems are developed. Nishaongea na watu wana import magari huku, wakaniambia how they import their cars, and that's why I told you you need to work with specialists. Mtu asikwambie ana importigi magari, ama mtu atuko tu Japan akwambie I can shop a car for you. There are people who specialize in certain markets, and because in this country Ghana they drive from the left hand, so they source their cars from special markets like Singapore, from the US, kidogo from Japan, and nobody in Japan can say that they are all over, like they are selling to Kenya and selling to Ghana. So kuna wenye wame specialize na left hand vehicles, they know how to source them and where to source them, na kuna watu wamejua mambo za East Africa, so they know where to get East Africa compliant vehicles at good price. Si kukutafutia tu gari for the purpose ya kukutafutia, they will look for you a car that is very good for that market, and also the car that is in a very good condition. So ya leo haikuwa mengi. Kama mnanisikia nimeshukuru, ulizeni maswali hapo nitawajibu. At least huku nimekula fufu, nimefanya shopping. Yenye mnajua kwangu naweza pitia niwagawie pepe. Pepe ni pilipili. Huku huwezi kula food bila pilipili, by the way. That is their common currency in food. Anything, the common recipe or common thing in all meals ni pepe. Na pepe ni pilipili, badala ya kusema pepa wanasemanga pepe. So hiyo ndio vitu tunajibaba nayo huku. Nimekula rice yao inaitwa ya jollof. I was in Nigeria and they were saying Nigerians have the best jollof, but there's a whole competition on who has the best jollof in West Africa. So if you have ever been to Liberia, to Senegal, to Ghana, to Nigeria, all those countries, they have a special way of preparing their rice and wanaitanga jollof. So kuna kuanga na hiyo fight, who has the best rice in West Africa. So if you have ever been into this side, maybe you can tell me who has the best rice in West Africa. Hiyo rice ya jollof, if you have ever been to this side, better than the one for Nigeria, because also Someone was telling me the reason why Kenya is ahead of Ghana is because Ghana, they spend a lot of time cooking. You know, here I was in a restaurant. I ordered salad. So it had some fruit salad, vegetables. You know, they took 2 hours, and they were like, we are within time. It's getting ready. So they take all their time to prepare meals. If you see their jollof, someone was telling me that if your wife gets into the kitchen to pick a jollof, your rice, they will stay in the kitchen for 3-4 hours. That is what it takes for them to prepare meals, because like West African countries, they are they identify themselves very well with food. So si kama mtu kama wa Kenya anaingia kwa kitchen anakuchemshia rice na anakurudishia within like 10 minutes, no. So West Africans, they identify themselves strongly with food. So you can't walk into just restaurant like that unless ni hizi Western restaurants, let's say like KFC, ama, you know, whatever, you know, McDonald's, unless you walk into those fast food joints. But you can get into any regular restaurant, you ask for food, it will take you a minimum half an hour kuletewa hiyo food. Kama kwanza ni food yani that needs to be prepared or something. So that is one thing. And also they have very authentic food. Nilienda place nikaitisha pizza. Like their pizza, I can say, is even healthy because iko na a layer of meat, a layer of veggies, a layer of, I think, is mashed vegetables or something. Na ukikula hiyo pizza, by the way, unafeel si kama ile ya Kenya yenye inakaa very unhealthy. So yeah, so many things to learn, but next week we are coming back. I don't know whether you guys have questions, but next week we are coming back with full momentum kuongea mambo za importation. Kuna gari pia ishapelekwa kwa carrier, Mitsubishi Mirage. I've been telling you about that car so much. So hiyo Mitsubishi Mirage ishapelekwa kwa carrier from Mombasa, and it is on its way to Nairobi. So by the time I'll be there, I know either on Monday or Tuesday, I should be going to collect that car. So I'll do another video, and this time around the client is around, so I'll be there with the client, twende to receive gari niwaonyeshe. So in total hizo zitakuwa gari 3. Okay, hizo zitakuwa gari 3, and then hizo zingine zenye zimebaki zinafika next year because ni gari za 2019. So strategically we chose that they arrive next year so that we reduce our duty. So I'll also be showing you that Mitsubishi Mirage that we got at a very good price, 730,000. Na hiyo gari ukienda kwa showroom unaipata na around 1.1 ama 1.15. So it was a good saving for that client. She is a lady, I may buy for personal use. So we will be very happy to bring you that content as well. And anyone else here who wants to, to bring in a car from Japan, we are here to help you. I brought my car. I have brought another one for a guy in Japan. Still are bringing another one. Let's say I've told you by next week the car will be arriving. So Mitsubishi Mirage, that is the third one, and 3 other cars are on the way. But I have told you they are of 2019 year of manufacture. So zinafika next year. So January next year we'll be receiving 3 cars. So that is very, very good. Impractical videos. Haya, 2015 Honda Fit non-hybrid locally used with 140k mileage car. Range how much? Inadependa mwenye anakuuzia. Kama hiyo gari inauzwa kwa showroom, utaambiwa hadi 800. Due 2015, I assume it would be a KDG or KDJ and around there. So hapo utaambiwa hata 700, utaambiwa actually 800 if I'm not wrong, 800, 900, because watu wengi wenye wanauza hizi Honda Fit, let's say za 2010, KCM, KCU wanaziuza. Hakuna Honda Fit by the way utapata na less than 600. A lot of them will be saying 650, 700, 750, around there. So I would say 2015 Honda Fit and hybrid locally used, if it is genuine mileage 140 kilometers, go for it. If they can give you that car at 650 to 750, Honda Fit is a reliable model. So I would say go listen to what they are saying, verify the 790. Yeah, so that actually it's within the range that I was giving. So because 140 is slightly a bit high, if it was being used for Uber, so this is my due diligence, by the way, for a second-hand car. 140k kilometers, for me it is not a lot of mileage, but I need to know it came to Kenya with how many kilometers. So if you answer that question for me, I will give you the price range that I would offer to buy that car. So what you need to ask the guy is to send you the logbook with the chassis number. You type that within the Japan Quality Inspection Services, QISJ, and then it will pop up the mileage at the time of importation. Because kama hii gari ilifika Kenya with mileage above 100k, that is perfect. Kama ilifika Kenya with mileage above 100k, meaning that since ifike haijaenda sana, but kama ilifika, let's say, na low mileage, ilifika na 50,000 kilometers and then saa hii iko 140, kumaanisha hiyo gari where imesonga a cool 100,000 kilometers, and in that case it will be quite used. Okay, me, I have no problem actually bringing a car from Japan with a mileage of 200,000. I have no problem with it, because I have come to learn that Japan motor vehicle ownership regulations, they make ownership of a car very expensive, and this is something that we'll come to discuss at some point. Owning a car in Japan is not cheap, because you don't do things to the car because you want. Okay, it is a regulation, it is a law. You have to report what you are doing with your car. Have you serviced your car? Then I heard that when a car is more than 5 years old, you don't follow the regular servicing intervals of, let's say, 10,000 kilometers or 5,000 kilometers. No, you will be told every 1 month you have to do this and this to your car. And that's why some people in Japan, they say, instead of doing all this stuff, let me just do away with my old car. Okay, so for me, I have no problem bringing a car from Japan that has a mileage of 200,000, but I will be very hesitant to buy a second-hand car in Kenya that has been used over 100,000 kilometers on the Kenyan soil. That one I would be very, very hesitant, unless I am able to confirm that that car was not being used for business and it was not being used for transportation of people and goods. Because a car that is being used for business, especially for transportation of goods and people, that is a car that hits road properly. Okay. Crypto worldwide. Gani bro gari kuimport, how many days does it take? I can contact you next year. Nataka latest trail, brand new X Trail. Yeah, contact me, nitakufanyia. Saizi kukuambia price za next year sahi, I will be lying to you. Okay, what I always tell people ni kwamba kama unajua saa zingine importation, nilisema the bracket of the price can be very wide. So nikikwambia ukiniambia X Trail the new model, it can be very misleading because that bracket is very wide. Tukiingia sasa kwa mambo za specification, tuanze kuongea mambo za sunroof, tuongee mambo za tailgate that is power seat, kuanza kuongea mambo za leather seat. All those things will contribute to the price. But what I can tell you, okay, go to the shopping, go to any car showroom near you, ask them how much are they selling an X Trail. Kama wanauza saizi, najua X Trail zinauzwa from 2.5 to 2.8. Okay, go and look at the X Trail that you want, because zinakuja na many trims. Kuna ya 2000cc, kuna ya 2500cc. Okay, look at the trim that you want. Now waulize how much are they selling. Whatever they tell you, know that you can save from 10 to 30% if you import. So don't emphasize that I have to give you the price myself, because even the price I give you will be an estimation, and things will change big time ikifika time yako ya kuimport. Okay, so the best way for me ni you go to the nearest car yard, look at the car that you love, that you want to bring with the specs that you have seen there, and then do what? Do a discount of 10 to 30%. That is the money you will be to save. So if you do 30% of 2.8, you see the significant amount of money you can save by importing. Okay. So in practical videos, I hope nimekusaidia. Why do people ignore importing? I know why people ignore importing. It is because hacking that system the way I did, it is not for everyone. And when things go wrong, they really go bad. And that's why you will only have two people in this type of car business. People who have imported cars and they are extremely happy, like myself. You know, I imported my CX-5, I'm very satisfied. Or someone whose things went wrong and they had a very, very bad experience. So that is why some people would hear certain experiences about importation and they keep away from it completely. Okay? So that is why people fear importing, because right now, if you create an account with SBT, for example, or before, you will be called by people from all over an account with SBT. You know, some people will call you from Japan, some people will call you from India, just because you created an account and you provided them with the number. Of course, I hear these guys are authentic salespeople of SBT, but some of them are actually not even based where the auction is located. So they will call you from Japan, others from Pakistan, others from Turkey, others from the UK, and they will tell you they are salespeople of SBT. So those kind of people, yes, they will sell you the car will get to you, but they are not on the ground. They are not there to confirm what is your actual interest. Them, they are like, have you seen a car on the website and you like it? Let me send you the invoice, you pay, and that is it. And then that car will come and it will not meet certain expectations that you had in mind. And when things go wrong, I tell people in shipping and all this stuff, they really go wrong. Some other people, you see, like if you are getting a guy from Turkey to help you buy a car from Japan, sometimes they don't even pay attention to the arrival of the car and the timelines. So if right now you place an order for a 2018 car, some people will still accept that money. But the reality is that when that car will arrive in Mombasa next year, it will not be accepted by the Kenya Bureau of Standard and KRA because it does not meet the criteria of 8 years or less. Okay? So, and imagine your car has arrived in Mombasa, you have paid all the money, and you are told this car cannot get into the Kenyan soil. So you have to look for a client in Uganda or Tanzania or Somalia and tell them, here is my car, it can't come to Kenya. I want you to take it to Uganda. Imagine all those, and you know no one in Uganda. So those things have happened to people. There are also people who lie to you about the tax. So they will do the pricing structure in a way that they will tell you that tax is small, but when it arrives, they will now tell you KRA has done it, their thing. You have had so many. The duty within KRA, it is defined, it is straightforward, unless for new models of cars, for cars that have never been into Kenya before. You know, maybe right now we are talking of CX60 or CX whatever, cars that we have never seen in Kenya. There are new models from China for electric cars. Those cars, maybe their duty does not exist. But let's say for a CX5, I have seen a guy on TikTok, by the way. I don't know whether you have seen him. The kind of duty he is giving to his clients online, they are terribly wrong, because he is giving them low tax amount. He will tell you, I can bring you a CX5, you just pay maybe 1.5 million for it to arrive to Mombasa. Ikifika Mombasa, unalipa maybe 300,000 for tax. But the reality ni kwamba CX5 ikifika Mombasa utalipia 730,000 for the petrol version and 900k for the diesel. So mtu akikwambia ati budget yako ni 3 so alafu ikifika Mombasa inakuwa 700 and you didn't even have that money in your pocket to start with, how will your experience be like? So those are the things, and every time you'll hear people saying ati gari ikifika Mombasa KRA wanafanya ile kitu yao, wanafanya. Hakuna kitu kama hiyo. Tax ya hizi vitu zinajulikana right from the beginning, but importers, some of them, they will lie to you so that uone bei iko chini ukimbilie kununua, but wao washapata their commission, their cut. Gari ikifika Mombasa wanakuacha wewe peke yako na watu wa clearing na watu wa KRA. So I have answered that question in a very long version, but I hope I have covered it well. What are the key things I should check before pre-inspection? I contacted for pre-inspection. Do you recommend of them? They charge 65 without transport inclusive. Bro, nitafute unipe hizo 65, nitakufanyia pre-inspection yangu. And mine si mambo za kuweka machine, because kushinda ukiweka hizi machines will always capture something in these cars because they are used cars, okay? And as long as a car is going, to some extent it is good, but you need to know what has been done into that car. For me, I can tell you an engine that has been opened, an engine that has been replaced, a mileage that has been doctored. But for these guys, for real, wako sawa, but they are getting into so many details that are irrelevant. They are very useless details, because for me, I just need to know. Mtu akianza kukwambia sijui coil za nini, vitu very deep, bora gari inaenda na budget iko sawa, okay? Arafu uconfirm vitu, what are your minimum non-negotiable minimums, okay? Mimi nasemanga gearbox isikuwe imewahi funguliwa, engine isikuwe imewahi funguliwa, and then nione mileage haiko doctored. Arafu niseme hiyo gari ikuwe haijatumika Kenya over, let's say, over 100,000 kilometers, okay? But sasa mambo zingine kushinda hapo ukichunguza, sijui unaweka mashini nini, hizo vitu hazisaidii. Fanya road test. Chukua gari, fanya road test. Niliwaambia hivyo. Panda mlima na hiyo gari. Ita all your friends waingie kwa hiyo gari, mpande nayo mlima. Jaribu kuingia Thika Road. Nilisema weka mafuta hata ya 3K. Toka Nairobi hadi Thika na urudi na hiyo gari. But hizi mambo za kuweka machine, for me, I've never used them when buying my second-hand cars. I have bought a lot of them, but I never go wrong because it's more of hands-on. It is more about being practical. It's not more about the theory, because wataweka machine wakwambia iko na hii. But if you plug those machines in an old car, it will always crop up some things. But me, my pre-purchase inspection is always based on practical experience. Nilinunua siku ingine Suzuki Alto. I'm telling you, niliweka watu watatu kwa kiti ya nyuma, actually very heavy guys, na kuna co-driver na driver. Hiyo gari tukaenda nayo Thika, tukarudi, tukakuja tukapanda tumrima twingine, tuko huko kwa estate, very sharp uphills, and that car ili manage. Nilisema hata huyo forira kuja aweke machine yake aseme sijui iko na nini, I would still buy that car as long as iko within my budget range, because hizo for real anafanya, you will be forced to pay a premium price unless you are ready to do that. Because mtu akibuy gari second hand, you are looking to save money and get a practical car. You are not getting a perfect car, you are getting a practical car, okay? So balance that and know what you want and what is your money, because money is also a big limitation. If you want a clean car without any red signal, I think you don't belong to the second hand market. Sawa. And also for real, hawafanyi, unaona hata wakienda kwa showroom, but hawajui kufanya hizi check za Japan. For real will never tell you this car is an accident car. For real will not tell you this is a repaired accident. She will not tell you that this part has been replaced. But me, I can tell you that, because my pre-purchase is based on practical experience. It's not based on plugging a machine and reading stuff, okay? Because hata ukiwa Japan, the thing is, let's say ukiwa Japan, gari ikipata accident, inapelekangwa kwa the original dealers, like the appointed dealer na manufacturer. So inafanyiango a good fixing, a good repair, that hata for real will not capture a single fault in that car. For real will not capture any single fault in that car. You get? So you need to go beyond just plugging in machines and saying this car has a problem or not. Wacha yeye aseme we went for a road test and we proved that that car is not good. Kama saa hizi my Nissan March iko na check engine, ukiita for real ataiangusha inspection, aseme oh, sijui si poa, si mbaya, si nini, but hiyo gari nimekaa nayo 3 years ikiwa no 1 year and some few months ikiwa na hiyo check engine. Nimefanya nayo road trips Nyahururu Peter Mushogi, I'm trying to understand your question. Maybe you can write it in simpler words. Anybody